Let's continue our election coverage now, building up to September's general election. This morning we speak to our newest MHK. He's been in post since last November. He's aged 56. Good morning, East Douglas member John Joughin.
Good morning, James.
Tell me, Mr. Joughin, it's always difficult to make your mark in a short time frame, but you need to, given the timescale. So what have you achieved over the past 8 months?
I think the most important thing I didn't want to go showboating. I didn't want to pick up on the highlights and sort of make a name for myself. The most important thing I did was go around the departments and make sure I got to meet everybody and see how the whole system worked.
Now, of course, your potential voters will want to know a bit more than that. It was a free-for-all in East Douglas last time. Potentially, it is again this time. You're going to need more votes to be successful. So how can you stand out from the crowd?
Well, I'm hoping that the work I've done, like I say, I haven't been showboating and picking up on the knee-jerk reactions missions. I have actually been going around the constituency. I have kept involved with it. I have held surgeries which haven't been held in East Douglas for a very, very long time. And I've been doing them sort of bi-monthly. And
what have you been hearing from those surgeries?
Well, they do appreciate it. They really do appreciate it. Because they like to be able to come and see me. And I must thank the Methodist Church on Loch Promenade for making that facility available for me.
Are you on the electoral register now? Because I know you had to. This all came about because you had to stand down from the council to stand for keys.
Yes, I'm definitely on the electoral register.
Because obviously you're asking people who need to be on the register to vote for you. You joined the Department of Home Affairs within a month or so of being elected. Law and order, you're happy with that in the capital?
Yeah, well, law and order, well, I think you can't not be happy with it, can you? You know, the lowest crime figures since the 1970s, I think, you know, and it's not because of me, I can assure you, it's because of the hard work of all the police and that they put into it, especially Gary Roberts.
Have you got any long-term parking solutions for your constituency? Because they are desperately needed.
Well, I've dealt with some of the parking difficulties on the promenade and that, especially around by Spectrum Apartments and that. Hopefully I've helped them out a little bit around there.
Any solutions?
Well, a long-term solution is to build a car park. And, you know, when we were in the corporation, we had the money ready to build a car park, but it was scuppered because they had other plans for that site. Two developments that was so close to getting done, and I think hopefully we'll get them done in the new administration.
What ideas have you got yourself to expand the economy, to safeguard public services?
Well, I think, you know, we've still got this finance sector, which is very good, and it's very grateful that we have got the finance sector. But we did turn our back on our traditional industries, which was tourism and light manufacturing and stuff like that. And I think there is a genuine push now, especially with these stay-com holidays like that we're having at the moment. People are having their short holidays at home, and with the cruise liners and things like that. I really think there is a market there for them sort of holidays and that, and especially small manufacturing.
You asked a question, I think maybe in your maiden question, about the Castle Mona.
It wasn't my maiden one, but yes, I do think so. I mean, I'd asked about it as to be put into an art gallery, which we've been screaming out for an art gallery on the Isle of Man.
We've got one on the Sale Gallery, haven't we, on the Villa Arcade?
Well, this is a national art gallery. We've got people have donated art to us, and they're lying in warehouses, they're lying in the bottom of the museum. There's hundreds, possibly thousands of paintings just lying there, and what I wanted to do was to apply to the Goubet Trust, see if we could secure the building, and let's see our national assets.
What are your priorities for the next 5 years, Mr. Joughin?
I think, the last administration, they were hit with the VAT bombshell. You see the Chief Minister's gone away this morning. The biggest bombshell that we're going to deal with in the next administration is the Britex vote.
And what are your priorities?
My priorities are to represent the people of East Douglas to the best as I possibly can, keep in touch with them, which I've been trying to do very much so, and the next thing is to grow the economy.
And just finally, how can you do that? What can you achieve for them?
Well, I think that they need to think about what I have to offer for them, and what I have to offer them is sort of 20 years government service, through the unions or through the corporation or through the government. I've always been a public servant.